Hey guys, all right, so it's been a couple of days. So this video you guys are going to be watching is like a culmination of a few different days and a couple of different projects, but really it's all garden. And so one of the things that we're doing today, we just picked up, and we wanted to share that. All this wire, what you see down there are cattle panels. Those are 16-foot cattle panels. We're going to show you what we use those for. I've talked about it before, but those are going to get put up as an arch for our cucumbers, squashes, and zucchinis. And these are, you'll see them better once we get them erect, but these are, they call them your last tomato cage. And so these are what we're going to use. They are cattle panels as well that have been rolled and welded together in these circles, and they create a tomato cage, and that way you don't ever have to worry about buying new tomato cages. They're not flimsy wire that are going to fall apart after your first season. So anyways, got that. Peyton's unloading some T-posts so that we can get to work on this. Pretty flowers on them purple potatoes. That's pretty cool. That's exciting stuff. All right, well, here we go. We're going to harvest the radishes. Peyton, where's that little green-handled shovel? All right, you want to get that for me? We're going to see what we get out of these radishes. I'm looking for a place to set my bucket. I'll set that right up there. Set that right there. Oh, we got some more bell peppers sprouted. Oh, there's several on that plant. Look at that thing. That thing's doubled in size overnight. Goodness gracious. Got a bunch on there too. Cool. Huh? Oh, look at the mammoth jalapenos. Yeah, look, I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Looks like 7 on that plant growing jalapenos. So, yeah, that's exciting. All right, come here. You want to be my camera girl? Okay. All right, just hold it right like that. Turn your hand over like that. Put your thumb there. There you go. All right. I'm gonna get in here. That's where we're working. So I want to be gentle with this. You don't want to tear them up. So just loosening the soil up. Take the back of this and knock them down. Look at those radishes. We'll salvage the dirt. We don't want to take the dirt with us. So salvage the dirt. We'll plant more stuff in it. Put that in there. That's some big radishes. Look at that.
One of them are small.
Well, the ones that are small are the ones that were grown really close, like we put multiple seeds in there, and so we get 1 or 2 good sized ones and then a bunch of small ones. So look in there, but I think we got them all out. Not like potatoes, they're not going to grow loose like that off of the stems, so we just want to make sure none broke off. So that was the last of that bucket that we harvested the first time. Look at those root systems. That one didn't really get us anything. That'll be good feed for rabbits. We'll throw that out with the baby bunnies. I think we had too many in a cluster here. Probably not going to get too many big ones out of this. Nope. We'll harvest what we can off of them and we'll feed the bunnies the rest. All right. Get all the dirt off there. Leave that for the bunnies. There's a decent one. Yeah, we just had them too bunched up, too many seeds. That's okay, that's a learning process. So we know now that we want to just put 1 or 2 seeds in a hole and not 4 or 5 in a hole. So those we'll think we'll just feed to the bunnies. That's okay.
There's the big ones.
Yep, there we got some. That's one thing about gardening and raising animals, especially like rabbits or chickens, is none of this goes to waste. Like if you've got animals or chicken, you know, like rabbits or chicken and stuff like that, this stuff all becomes feed to them. You just throw it right in there to the pen for them, like need it. If they don't have that, part of gardening is also developing compost, and so you can put this in your compost pile and use it for next year's seasonal crops. So we're gonna throw all these to the baby bunnies. Hey, you can follow us over there. Oh, wash off the dirt. Right there. We don't put chemicals and stuff on these, so the soil would actually be fine if we threw it in there. It's not like they're going to eat it and get sick or anything like that, because there's no chemicals in it. So, but I just want to take the dirt off there. A little cleaner, so there's little waste as possible. Water feels good.
Mm-hmm.
Let me spray you.
It's already spraying on my feet.
We're going to throw these into the bunnies. What are you doing?
They like crowding up by there, waiting for some food and water.
Oh. I think they're wanting some water and food, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Get over there. Get you a snack. There you go. All right.
Kind of hard to get off.
The water's pretty warm. We're going to get them cold water. Okay, so the tomato cages, here's what we've got. These are cattle panels that were taken and cut down and then welded together, and so they're extremely heavy duty. So what we're going to do is one for each tub. got that taken care of. Now next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna get a hammer. We're gonna set some T-posts, but then we're gonna arch these cattle panels over these two grow beds here with our squash zucchini and all those cucumbers, and then we're gonna actually move these buckets over there and transplant probably one out of this one and one out of that one into the raised bed. Give them more spacing because there's too many in these buckets, but we'll set them over there, and then all of that will vine on that same arch system. Okay, so as memory kind of pans this and shows you what we're doing, you can look up and around. So we can see the arch here. What we've done is we've set it up inside of the garden bed here on the outside edge. We've set it right inside that lip down there on the dirt. And then we're setting these T-posts just inside each end here. I don't have a T-post driver with me, so I'm just using the back of this axe head. I'm not trying to drive it down real deep. It doesn't have to hold a lot of tension. So that's good. That'll hold that up. And what we'll do is once we get the other two in, we'll wire this cage to the posts, and this will hold it in place for this to be able to grow up on. Axe. All right, so this is what it looks like in there, a nice big arch. So you walk down this end, you've got tomatoes on either side here, and then that arch over there. And we went ahead and transplanted 2 more of these cucumber plants from the buckets over here to give them some more space. And we started kind of bringing the vines of this cucumber plant up onto the trellis now, this panel here. So we're gonna let that go and it'll vine up there. These are kind of bush plants. I don't know if they're gonna end up vining or not, or how they'll work, but they'll be here on this side as well. And then I think what we're gonna do with these buckets, we thought about putting them in there. You can see where I thinned that one out and this one down here out. The buckets will handle 2 plants, but they won't handle 3. So we thought about putting the buckets in there, maybe on the outside edges of that trellis to let them vine up. But what we're actually thinking about doing now is setting these buckets maybe out here on the end, running them long ways down the end, and then taking this other cattle panel, cut it in half, and put half of it up beside those buckets on fence posts, kind of there at the end of that run, and then use the other half of the cattle panel in our beans over here, like run it right down the center of the beans, put a fence post on each end, and run the cattle panel right down the center there between that, so they'll have something to grab onto. So I think that's probably what we're going to do, but that'll be another video, another project for another day. We also have some updates happening with Doc. We had a problem with him getting on top of the roof again. All the updates and things we've done to that has not deterred him yet. He's still trying to get to these rabbits. And we can't fault him, like I said, for that. It's his instinct. But because we're having so many troubles, we don't want to get rid of him. And the rabbits are more important to us than him. What we want to do is we're going to put an electric fence around the roof of his house. But again, that'll be another project for another day. So stay tuned for all of that. As always, we appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe. Share our videos. That's the best way you can help us. And as always, I love you. God loves you. If you're not in the Word, get in it and stay in it. Have a blessed day.